Years ago, the weekend arrived and with it a glass of wine. It became a routine, a pattern, a habit. As the days rolled into weeks and weeks into months, this seemingly harmless ritual began to transform. What started out as a social activity, a means to unwind and relax, slowly but surely became a daily habit. It was no longer confined to the weekends, but had seeped into weekdays as well. A glass of wine after work, a beer with lunch, a cocktail at dinner. Alcohol had woven itself into the fabric of my everyday life. As time went by, I started noticing the effects. Little things at first. I was more tired than usual, my skin lacked its usual glow, and I was frequently irritable. But then, these little things began to grow. My health started to falter, my relationships began to strain, and my overall quality of life seemed to be on a downward spiral. The realization hit hard. I noticed how alcohol was no longer a source of pleasure, but a crutch I was leaning on. It wasn't enhancing my life, it was hindering it. My sleep was disrupted, my productivity at work was compromised, and my ability to engage in meaningful relationships was diminishing. I began to see how alcohol, this substance that I had allowed to become such a significant part of my life, was impacting me in ways I had never imagined. It was affecting my physical health, sure, but more than that, it was impacting my mental health, my emotional well-being, and my ability to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. It was a sobering realization, and it led to an important decision. I looked at the person I had become, and I didn't like what I saw. I wanted to regain control over my life, to reclaim my health and my relationships. I wanted to be the best version of myself. That's when I decided it was time to stop. I quit alcohol, and the changes I experienced were remarkable. The first 2 days after quitting were a battle. My body was in withdrawal. The sudden absence of alcohol was like yanking a plug out of a power socket. My body, used to its regular fuel, was now gasping for something it had grown dependent on. In this stage, the body starts to react. It's not uncommon to feel a sense of restlessness, like an itch you can't quite scratch. This is the body's way of saying, "Hey, where's my regular dose of alcohol?" And it's a clear sign of withdrawal. As hours turned into a full day, I began to experience bouts of anxiety. It felt like a constant hum in the background, a persistent worry that seemed to have no particular source. I was irritable, on edge. It's as if the world had turned the volume up and I didn't have a dial to turn it down. Sleep became elusive. Insomnia set in, making the nights long and the days even longer. My body was used to being lulled into sleep by alcohol, and without it, the nights were filled with tossing and turning. But this was just the beginning, and it's important to keep in mind that these symptoms, as uncomfortable as they are temporary. They are part of the body's readjustment process. Think of it as the body's way of hitting the reset button. It's recalibrating, adjusting to a new normal, and that takes time. While the initial 48 hours can be tough, the body is resilient. It's capable of incredible things, and it's during this time that it begins its journey of healing. You might not see it, but beneath the surface, the body is hard at work. It's also important to remember that everyone's experience is different. Some may have milder symptoms, others more severe. But what's universal is the body's ability to bounce back, to heal, and to adapt. But as tough as those first 2 days were, they were just the beginning of my body's healing process. As weeks passed by, I started to notice some surprising changes. My body was healing. The first change that struck me was my sleep. I was falling asleep easier and waking up feeling more refreshed. My dreams were more vivid, and I woke up with a sense of clarity that I hadn't experienced in years. I learned that alcohol can severely disrupt your sleep patterns, preventing you from entering those deep, restorative stages of sleep. But once you remove alcohol from the equation, your body can return to its natural sleep rhythm, leaving you feeling more rested and rejuvenated. The next transformation was my skin. It started to clear up and glow. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it dehydrates your body, including your skin. After quitting, my skin was no longer parched and dull. Instead, it was hydrated and had a healthy glow. It was as though I had turned back the hands of time. My skin was regaining its youthful elasticity and vibrancy. Then there was my weight. I was shedding pounds without even trying. Alcohol is packed full of empty calories, and once I cut it out, I was consuming fewer calories. It was like I was on a diet without even realizing it. The weight loss wasn't just about looking better, it was about feeling better too. I was lighter, more energetic, and physically stronger. But perhaps the most significant change was my liver function. The liver is a resilient organ, capable of regenerating itself. After years of being bombarded with alcohol, my liver was finally getting a chance to heal. I learned that within just a few weeks of quitting alcohol, your liver begins to repair itself, removing the fatty deposits caused by alcohol consumption. This improved liver function had a ripple effect on my overall health, enhancing my energy levels, improving my digestion, and boosting my immune system. With each passing week, I felt healthier, stronger, and more in control than I had in a long time. Months turned into years, and the benefits of quitting alcohol only multiplied. It was like watching a flower bloom in slow motion, each petal a new improvement in my health and well-being. As the years passed, my body reaped the rewards of an alcohol-free life. My risk of heart disease, a shadow that looms over so many of us, reduced significantly. With each passing day, my heart was becoming stronger, functioning more efficiently. It was as if I had given it a new lease on life. But it wasn't just my heart that was healing. My liver, which had borne the brunt of my past habits, began to regenerate. The damage I had inflicted upon it started to reverse. Liver disease, a common consequence of excessive drinking, was no longer a threat looming on my horizon. The benefits didn't stop at organ health. The specter of certain types of cancer, which had once haunted my thoughts, receded. The risk of mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, and breast cancer, all linked to alcohol, diminished. It was as if I'd been given a shield, protecting me from these potential threats. Yet the changes weren't solely physical. There was a profound shift in my mental health. My mind, once clouded and foggy, was now clear. I was more focused, my memory sharper. My cognitive functions, which had been dulled by alcohol, were now vibrant and active. And then there was the emotional shift. The mood swings and anxiety that were once my constant companions started to fade. I found myself feeling more balanced, more in control of my emotions. The world wasn't as daunting as it once seemed. In essence, quitting alcohol was like shedding an old skin, revealing a healthier, stronger version of myself. It was a transformative journey, one that required patience and perseverance. But looking back, I wouldn't change a thing. Quitting alcohol was a decision that fundamentally improved every aspect of my life. Looking back, quitting alcohol was one of the best decisions I've ever made. As we've journeyed together through this video, we've explored the myriad of changes that occur in the body after making the choice to quit drinking. The immediate effects, the short-term transformations, and the long-term benefits all paint a vivid picture of the resilience of the human body and its ability to heal and rejuvenate. In the first 48 hours, your body begins its detoxification process. You may have experienced withdrawal symptoms as your body adjusted to the absence of alcohol. But remember, these symptoms are a sign that your body is starting to heal. As the weeks rolled on, you likely noticed some significant changes. Your sleep quality improved, your energy levels increased, and your skin began to look healthier. Your liver started to repair itself, your blood pressure stabilized, and your risk of certain cancers decreased. The transformation was not just physical, but also mental. You may have found that you're thinking more clearly, you're more focused, and your mood has improved. And then, there are the long-term effects. The heart gets stronger, the liver regains its full function, and the risk of stroke and heart disease significantly reduces. The body's immune system gets a boost, making it easier to ward off illnesses. The change is not just in the mirror, it's on the inside too. You may find yourself feeling more content, confident, and in control. But it's not just about the physical benefits. Quitting alcohol can also lead to a renewed sense of self, improved relationships, and a brighter outlook on life. The journey to sobriety can open doors to new hobbies, passions, and friendships. The journey is not easy, but the rewards are worth every bit of the struggle. Your body will thank you, and so will your future self. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. It's your journey, and every day you choose sobriety, you're choosing a healthier, happier you.